As we're on the in-course, 1 mile 7.5 furlongs, and Burdett Road jumped in the air, and Sweet William, who can be a little bit cantankerous, just requiring a little bit more rousting than usual, pink and white colours, in about 6th place. So Trawlerman it is who leads early on from Bellocchio. R.Moore casting a glance on KYPRIOS, just angling over, having been drawn out a little wider. The Euphrates also just moving forward, and it's the Euphrates and KYPRIOS who are going to move forward and dictate the pace here. Trawlerman races in 3rd in the blue jacket. The first of the greys is Bellocchio in a well-grouped field. The pace is steady. Sweet Williams got into a reasonable spot, 3 wide, but now in 3rd place. Al-Saqib's wide ahead of Al-Nayir in red and white, then Burdett Road, and Keys Chorister is last of all as they swing right-handed, and it is the Euphrates who will lead them inside the final 1.5 miles. So the Euphrates, swinging right-handed, leads KYPRIOS in 2nd place. Sweet William on the outside of Trawlerman, with Bellocchio the grey in between that pair. Burdett Road's yellow jacket is in 6th place, just ahead of Al-Nayir in red and white. Keys Chorister comes next, and Al-Saqib on that one's outside disputes last place, the 2nd of the greys, as they are still well stacked up on the descent. So KYPRIOS outside the Euphrates, Sweet William wide on the course in the pink and white colours. Trawlerman ridden with restraint, William Buick in the blue colours, tracking the Euphrates with Bellocchio on that one's outside. On the descent, Burdett Road is racing freely, and the yellow jacket is in 6th place, just ahead of the red and white of Al-Nayir. Al-Saqib is another one who's off the running rail, and Keys Chorister is another one who is keen, as the pace towards the halfway stage of the Long Distance Cup has only been a steady one, but it has been dictated by the O'Brien pair. The Euphrates with KYPRIOS passive outside the leader. Sweet William on the outside of Trawlerman, and between that pair Bellocchio there is very little change in the play as they make the turn at the far end. Burdett Road in 6th place on the inside of Al-Nayir, Keys Chorister, and still last of all is Al-Saqib. So just beginning to climb uphill now. The Euphrates, KYPRIOS, no move yet on the outside. Trawlerman just waiting in the wings in company with Sweet William and Bellocchio. Al-Nayir. Luke Morris just getting a little bit twitchy now, to move forward in red and white colours to get a position. For this race is going to turn into a relative dash for a staying contest. Burdett Rose comes next, Keys Chorister and Al-Saqib. Still inseparable, the O'Brien pair. Sweet William just trying to exert a bit of pressure as they make their way towards the final half mile. Out in the lead, it is the Euphrates. KYPRIOS, Trawlerman will be looking to angle out. Then Sweet William, and now the pace begins to lift. The Euphrates has led KYPRIOS to this point. Sweet William and Trawlerman are now being ridden along. Then Bellocchio and Al-Nayir as they turn for home. 2.5 furlongs to go. KYPRIOS in pole position on the outside of the Euphrates. Sweet William and Trawlerman trying to get on terms. Sweet William coming to KYPRIOS. Half a length between them. KYPRIOS digging in. Trawlerman back in 3rd place. Just over a furlong to go. KYPRIOS, Sweet William giving chase, but the gap is now 1.5 lengths. Trawlerman is back in 3rd place. Then Keys Chorister. KYPRIOS controls this race as he's controlled this division all season, and will go through it unbeaten and win the Long Distance Cup. What a stayer he is. Turns away Sweet William, and this year Trawlerman as well. Keys Chorister, Al-Nayir, Burdett Road, the Euphrates did his job for his stable companion. Al-Saqib was next, and then behind these Bellocchio. Well, Aidan O'Brien is champion trainer this year, and if you allow an O'Brien pair to control the tempo of a major race, particularly when one of those riders is R.Moore, it's going to be tough. And KYPRIOS is tough. Just 2 weeks on from the Cadran, he controlled that race, kicked away. He never does more than is necessary. Sweet William stuck to his task well. Trawlerman was 3rd. Keys Chorister ran well from the back in 4th. Al-Nayir and Burdett Road just couldn't get competitive. We're here today to salute champions. This division has had one this season in KYPRIOS, and he lands the race that he lost 12 months ago.
And he